perpetrators of the appalling chemical attack on the Syrian city of Douma must be held to account, Theresa May has said, as tensions flare over the international response to Saturday's atrocity that left more than 40 dead, with Moscow threatening to retaliate if military action is taken. Fears are rising that the standoff could spiral into World War III. Speaking to Channel 4 News, the Prime Minister said, "The first stage is for us to be assessing with our partners and allies what has actually happened in Syria on the ground. Obviously what we've seen is a chemical weapons attack, an appalling chemical weapons attack. If this is the responsibility of the Assad regime, then it is another example of the irresponsibility and brazen disregard he shows for his people." Channel 4, Getty. World War III, Theresa May warned of consequences after a gas attack in Syria. If this is the responsibility of the Assad regime, then it is another example of the irresponsibility and brazen disregard he shows for his people, Theresa May, and we believe that those responsible should be held to account. Mrs. May's comments will be interpreted as a show of support to American President Donald Trump, who on Sunday threatened to take military action against Syrian despot Bashar al-Assad, who he described as an animal. He said on Monday that the U.S. would decide on its response in 48 hours, hinting that there will be a big price to pay. Theresa May spoke to Trump over the phone on Tuesday afternoon to discuss their joint response to the attack, a Downing Street spokesperson said. They agreed that reports of a chemical weapons attack in Syria were utterly reprehensible and, if confirmed, represented further evidence of the Assad regime's appalling cruelty against its own people and total disregard for its legal obligations not to use these weapons. A spokesperson for the president said, both leaders condemned Syrian President Assad's vicious disregard for human life. The president and prime minister agreed not to allow the use of chemical weapons to continue. But the picture has been complicated this week by Russia's vocal support for the Assad regime. On Tuesday, Russia vetoed a UN proposal to set up an investigation into the use of chemical weapons in Syria, the 12th time it has used its veto to block action regarding Syria. Only Bolivia joined Russia in voting against the measure, while China abstained. Britain's ambassador said Moscow had crossed a line in the international order. Russia and Syria have both denied involvement in the incident in the rebel-held town of eastern Ghouta near Damascus. On Wednesday, Mr. Trump issued a stark warning to Russia on Twitter, writing, "Russia vows to shoot down any and all missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they will be coming, nice and new and smart. You shouldn't be partners with a gas-killing animal who kills his people and enjoys it."